want this included in the video.
Yeah, we have to include everything. So my name is Lambros. I'm Persian. I'm Iranian German, and I live lots of years in Europe. And of course, now you can also introduce yourself. But our goal is here. We want to share our experiences about everything, whatever we've done in Europe, whatever we learned, and we would love to share our experience here in Europe. And I hope this will, and I'm pretty sure actually, this will help you in many areas if you are person living in Europe or you plan to come to Europe to enjoy this quality in Europe. So, and our experiences probably will help you. So, and you are?
Yeah, my name is Alex. I'm coming from Mexico. I'm living already almost 10 years in Hamburg, in Germany. And I know Lambros since many years already. So we would like to share some experiences, all the adventures that we have to go through during all these years in Germany. And today we would like to start with one of the topics that probably will help you guys if you just arrive to Germany, because we want to speak about the language. Sprache. So about the language.
Sag mal auf, say it in Spanish accent. Sprache.
Spanish is
Sprache.
Lenguaje.
Nee, auf Accent in German. Wie sagt die?
Sprache.
Sprache. Sprache. Sprache. We will speak about language.
Yes. Today.
How was your first touch with German language? Or which place was? Which city? Which country was?
No, I just arrived to Hamburg. And it was during the weekend. And on Monday I needed to go to work. So when we went to work, I remember that everyone was saying like alles gut, and I was thinking that everyone speak to me like Alex. And then I was looking everywhere, like seeing who is saying my name, because they say alles good. After a couple of weeks, probably I learned that alles good was like everything okay, everything okay. But one of the difficult things at the beginning was to try to communicate with people that they couldn't speak English, right?
Wow. You mean local people?
Yeah, local people. When you went to supermarket or things like that, then it was a bit difficult to try to communicate with people with the language. I needed to speak English a little bit because I didn't speak a lot of English. And I tried to speak in Spanish. Some people, they just laugh. They say, "Tut me lie. Sorry, I don't speak Spanish," but they laugh. You know? At least I was happy that people can laugh, because I was hoping that they can speak Spanish.
Mine was very crazy. I'm pretty sure you know Fischmarkt.
Yes.
You know, Fischmarkt
in
is
Hamburg.
one of the Fischmarkt in Hamburg. It's like a market
fish market
every Sunday morning, right? It's like it's a marketing in Hamburg, Germany. If you are a tourist, you come to Hamburg. So there is a Fischmarkt, which is 2.5 million people per year. They are visiting, because it's like every Sunday morning start, like there are live music and people sell everything, whatever you are looking for, and then lots of people come to visit. And actually, my first apartment I get in coming to Hamburg.
Close to
I get exactly close to Fischmarkt. And one morning I said to myself, so I go down and to buy some fruits or something like that. I didn't know that at what time exactly start or something, you know.
Yeah.
And then I went to Fischmarkt, but when I just entered the market, I hear that very loud music. Sailing time is over, but it says in German. Wie sagt man? Do you have a name?
I don't remember how they say, but it's
Markt.
Market zum Ende.
Market ist zum Ende, bitte aufräumen.
In 9:30 Uhr.
Zu Ende. Beende oder zu Ende, weißt du? So I didn't understand, because I didn't speak no German, just like hello and sowas. I didn't understand what these speakers are talking about, very loud. And I was like, continue watching. I saw like some people, they are upset, they don't sell. Like when I said I want to buy this one, I said, do you just ignore me? So I didn't know that the selling is over. 9:30 selling is over. I didn't understand the language.
They can get a fine if they continue selling, after some time.
Exactly.
So
but the language, I didn't understand the speakers talking about that this selling is over. And I continue like watching stuff, and then I suddenly feel like, you know, a big vacuum, like this big container, it just stand behind my feet. Take me in. I was shocked. Oh, what's
they
this?
start cleaning
Clean
it
up, yeah, this big vacuum now. This was my always I remember the first
The
time
first-
language.
First experience with
The language.
the language.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
go.
So
School.
yeah, it's what I think. What I can now say to everyone that is just arriving to Germany, or even people that has 1-2 years, I think it's very important that you go to the school and take a German course, because for my experience I went directly to work. So I didn't, and this work was in English.
Yeah.
So in Spanish a little bit, because then we needed, we were a couple of Mexicans there. But if I would recommend somebody, it would be to go to school if you have the opportunity to take a German course. Why? Because then you will learn you will know some people.
Why not at home? Like to learn at home and not to go out. Just close the windows and the door. Be quiet.
Well, yeah. The problem is that at home you will not. It will be difficult to know people, to meet people.
To have contact with
exactly
people.
when you go to school, then you will feel more confident to practice with people that has your same level, that is still start to learn German. So that's what I think is one of the recommendation is go to school, take a German course.
Wait, you mean if you can learn also at home, but you have no contact to the people, right?
Yes, you can. Well, many people they come here probably because they met somebody German that can speak the language. But I would recommend always better to go to school, because then I feel that you will feel more confident to speak with people with your same level, and also you will start to develop some friendships and some relationships,
Connection with
some
people.
connection with people.
And it will help you to feel home
Yes, because
when you speak language.
what I have seen and what I have heard from many friends and a lot of people, that they complain a lot during the first 2 years, because first thing they say, oh, Germans are so rude, oh, it's very difficult to have friends here, and nobody wants to meet, everyone is busy. And I think this is one of the very, very important things, that you start to feel confident in a new country, because always it's very difficult with a new language.
Right.
And if you don't have friends, you don't have connections, then it makes it more difficult. Of course, you can probably try to have some connections with people from your own country. But at the end of the day, it's also make it more difficult to interact with the local people, to go into the culture, and to learn the culture.
Yeah.
So I think we didn't start going to school together, right? We went to school, but after a couple of years.
After, I guess,
and
8
then,
years, 9 years.
Yeah. How was you went to school, right, to learn German at the beginning?
Yes,
or?
in the beginning, I guess I was lucky, because in the beginning, so the first things I did is I went to school. I started to learn German. I guess I can definitely understand what you are talking about, because actually what you Beschreibung, what you described about like coming here to go to school, because you get contact, you get relationship with people, and
Yes.
you don't feel anymore you are foreign, because you speak language, you meet with people, you understand the way they talk, you understand the way they behave, and this helps you like to feel home. And then you don't feel like, oh, I'm missing my home or that, because you feel home. I feel like you are talking to me when
When you started
here, you
the
know
German
why?
course.
Because I start to learn to go to school.
Do you have still contact with some of those people that you start?
Of
the German
course,
Yeah.
I really love what you have said, because I still have with my social medias on Facebook. I still have one picture. The first day I went, and I'm sorry, the first months I took German class, and actually it matched with my birthday. And one of the colleagues from Poland, she made a huge cake. I was totally, I was shocked, you know, when the school started at 8 o'clock morning, and I saw she brought a big cake, and I saw my name top it.
Oh,
And
wow.
actually, other school friends, she include too, that I still have on my Facebook. Every time when I see this, I feel like, wow, how wonderful is exactly what you. Even you didn't went to school, right? But your recommendation is
Yeah, I didn't.
to end up to go to school and not to.
Yeah, because I remember I asked my boss at the time that I wanted to have a German course, and he brought one teacher to work, but it was not the same because we were only three Mexicans there having the course, so we didn't interact with other people. So later, I think after a couple of years, then I went by myself to another school, and then it's there where I met some people. And I asked you that because I still have friendship with some of those people there.
Yes, yes.
And some connections, and also in social media. And it's very nice to know that after so many years you still know people that from even from another countries, but
see this relationship.
It's very nice to start to make some connections and develop and don't feel also alone in a different country where you don't have friends, and it's very important because
it's a language is actually key.
Yes,
it's the key to live a happy, successful life.
Successful life. Yeah,
to live a happy life.
And
connect you to people.
And the other thing is that I would recommend focus a lot the first 2-3 years, because my experience, I didn't learn the German in the first years because I didn't need it for work. But I can see how I struggle to interact with people, to have relationships with German local people. And after some years that I start to learn a little bit more German, then it was easier to get into the culture, to mix with the local people. But it's more painful to go all those years without the language, because then you cannot interact with people, you cannot make jokes, and then you feel a little bit excluded.
Exactly. Of course, because every language has their own imagination of from making fun.
Yeah. And
for example,
exactly.
example, in German language, people like in my home country language, we make a fun most time from about the other person behavior, the way they act, and we laugh about that, and which people get like offended of this. But in German it's a different way. I'm not going to share this one, but in German, because if I share now, it doesn't make sense. You have to go to school or you have to learn the language, and you will see the way the German people, local people, are laughing about funny things. It's very important.
Yeah, it's very hard to make jokes if you don't know the language. It's very hard to know whether they are angry or not.
Of course, I'm still struggling there.
With the jokes?
Of course, I still when I make a joke, they don't laugh, and I say, what's wrong with my jokes? And when they make jokes, like German local people, when they make jokes, I laugh like the halfway I laugh and the halfway not. But sometimes, of course, also I laugh the jokes they made, because I understand it.
Yeah, you can understand now completely. Yeah, that's right. So, probably just to close the topic of the language, I would say that first, I will really recommend to go to school and to have some contact with people.
Exactly.
You will
the reason is that to have contact with people, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can learn in the apartment, but it will not help you to build up relationship with people.
Yeah, exactly. And you will feel always more confident to speak with people with your same level. And another thing, you will start mixing into the culture slowly, and you will feel much better having friends, start slowly learning the German. But I would recommend people don't get stressed with thinking, oh, I'm not learning, or this is too difficult, because one thing is that it's difficult. The German is difficult, a new language is difficult, but I think this is what it makes it more exciting and will give you more satisfaction once that you start to see some results. So I would encourage people, don't give up, go to school, try to practice every day. If you meet with people, try to speak German as much as possible. When you struggle, then you can change to another language, but this will be my recommendation. Always try to speak the German, because one thing very important is that if you sacrifice the first 2-3 years going that hard, trying to speak the language, making mistakes, after those 3 years or 2 years, then you will feel much better. You will develop in many other areas. You can study something. You can develop at work. You will have more opportunities. So a lot of opportunities will come to you if you start to develop faster in the German the first 2-3 years.
And this totally it makes like this is what we went through of this, because it makes your life quality, your life standard to match with local people life standard. Because when you don't learn language, so what happens is you are always like one steps back, because you have to go to friends who say, can you please translate this letter to me, or can you please help me to write this letter, this email, and you see you have to run always behind people, someone to help you. Instead like self-confidence to say I will finish my job alone. That means you are actually in the same level with local people, when you really not to think, oh this is hard, I cannot, you know, some people, as you said last time, oh this is very hard. So there are not easy things in this life. You have to go through hard
that's
things.
At the end of the day, that's the beauty of things, that if they are hard, then you will feel more motivated to try to make it, because
and of course one more things before, there are lots of things we will share, of course, lots of another things, for example, what will happen when you learn the language and what kind of quality will come to your life, all those things. But number one thing is very important, guys. Of course you can make a comment, you can write in this video down, if you are a person coming to Germany or you live here and you have difficulties with language, you say I don't have French, I don't know how to learn German language. I guess we would love to help you, right?
And if you want to add more things that we probably miss, another difficulties that probably you are facing with the language,
and and also if you are a person, you say, hey guys, I have amazing, or probably this video will help you suddenly to say, wow, I have lots of information, lots of experience about the language living in Germany. Please contact us, comment us, and we will be very happy
us, to
share with you this magical
drink.
This magical dream.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you. Of course, we can do that. Thank you, everyone that is watching, and you want to give some comments, and we start to recording some more videos with some experiences that we face all these years, and we hope they can help you to probably integrate better in this culture and feel more confident, to develop friendships, to grow in this country. You would like to live here longer, then we are sure that all of this will help you.
Wir sagen in German,